What's up guys, Magic Knives here, and it's been a while since I've last done a commentary of sorts, so I thought I'd bring one to you guys and bring you a Modern Warfare 2 knife only gameplay. And this was a nuke attempt right here. I swear I could have gotten the nuke, but unfortunately it is has a tragic ending, which you will see later on. But 20 kill streak nonetheless, still pretty beast, but still tragic at the same time. Anyways, this video I thought I'd briefly talk about my recent adventure and experience of applying with the Canadian Armed Forces, particularly the Canadian Army. In case you guys were wondering, a couple months back I actually applied for the Canadian Army Reserves, which is basically part-time with the Army for the most part. So I had actually initially applied for the Armor Division, which is like working with vehicles and tanks, and so I signed up, did all the online registration, and also went to an open house, did all the paperwork and whatnot, and then I actually was able to go in. I make an appointment. I did my met my physical test and my medical test, all of which I passed. And then when it came down to the interview, things were okay for the most part. But what it came down to was just commitment and dedication. That was the one thing that was the biggest issue with the Canadian Army. The thing about the reserves that you have to realize is, even though they like to tell you that they're flexible with your time and your own like work schedule, even if you have your own personal business, because if you don't know already, I have my own personal business as a magician, and I am constantly like working on weekends, and especially during the summertime, which even when you apply for the reserves, even though they state one night a week and 1 weekend a month, that's your commitment to them, you still have to go through basic training, which is the only full-time commitment you have to make. But that's in the summertime. It's not like it's really hard for them to willing to accommodate for that sort of thing. And so my hope was that I would be able to complete basic training, but over the course of months as opposed to a summer, given that summertime was the most peak time for my personal business as a magician. And so it's been about like 3, almost 4 months now since I've heard back from them. I have reached out to them, but the thing about the Canadian Army especially, and some of you might already know this, is that they're not the best with responding and getting back to you about things, especially with when you're trying to ask them specific questions. They never give you a direct answer, and that's frankly the case with a lot of government related things. So, and I mean, for the army being so, I guess, disorganized at times with like emails and getting all the information that you need and stuff, which unfortunately as well, like due to my medical my eye exam, I was not able to make the armor division, but I alternatively could have been a weapons tech, putting guns together and stuff. But and so you know what, that's just what it was. And by the way, this is why Modern Warfare 2 was hated by a lot of people, and that's the end of my 20 kill streak right there. But anyways guys, like if you're thinking about joining the army, as they say, their motto is hurry up and wait. And unfortunately, the wait itself is pretty discouraging. Well, I'm not saying no to continuing to try and make it and whatnot, but the thing is, my passion's already, like, I already have my commitment to my personal business. And you know what, if the army, if I'm not able to accommodate with the army, you know, I think I'm just gonna settle with being an airsoft player and maybe get back into some martial arts. Thinking about taking up Russian Sistema now. Did Krav Maga for a year, but now I just thought I'd change things up. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I went 23-2. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you guys in my future videos. Peace out.